Entrepreneurs and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey Fonville-Foster, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right, hello. We are live, and just make sure we're live everywhere, but we are almost there. I'm doing good today, getting everybody on. We got Instagram in the house. Let me know you're here. What's up? How are you doing? We have Facebook, right? We have our two private communities and our public community. Welcome. We also have YouTube on the line. So welcome, and welcome. I'm just making sure everybody has access. We got so many different places, y'all. I'm always like making sure we have everybody in the house because I don't want anybody to miss out on the amazing information we are going to be going over tonight. Lately, I've been talking about a lot of cash infusion on all of my pop-up kind of talks that I've been doing in our communities. And that's really great. But also, I want your businesses not just to be doing great today, tomorrow, next week, but I want them to be sustainable. And part of having a sustainable business is setting up automation so that you can avoid things like burnout. So we're going to be talking about automation tonight. So I'm super excited. If you are here with us, let me know. Tell me, hey. So I know who's in the house. If you are watching the replay, wherever you are watching it, let me know. Tell me #replay. All right. I think this is the last one I have to put out. Okay. All right. We're live everywhere. Yeah, I'm making sure. One thing is your business expand. You'll have more places that you have to show up. But my biggest thing is showing up consistently. So I wanted to make sure everybody was in the house every single time we go live. Oh, and I didn't even shout out LinkedIn. What's up, LinkedIn? I see you guys in the house as well. All right, so what are we talking about tonight? Like I said, leveraging automation for efficiency because we want to set up businesses that are going to last. I'm like, where is my camera, y'all? I got cameras everywhere. Let's move, y'all. I was like, where am I? There we go. All right, but before we dive in, I always want to reintroduce myself. I know that we have new people to our private communities. So hello to you guys. Thank you for joining the iRock fam. I am Corey Fonville-Foster. I am a speaker, trainer, certified business coach specializing in implementation, right? Getting it done. And I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions, where we help coaches, consultants, speakers, and authors, pretty much any service entrepreneurs, really understand how to do business on a shoestring budget, right? Whether that's through understanding their business fundamentals, their marketing, or their sales strategy. So if that sounds like you are definitely in the right place. Every single Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me say it again. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live and do these free trainings because I know that if it would not have been for free and low cost opportunities, I would not have the business I have today. So affordability is a main and a big cornerstone that is part of our business and will always be a part of our business, right? We want you guys to have access. If you are in our private communities, we have two private communities on Facebook, one for newer entrepreneurs that are kind of just getting started, getting their feet wet in business, and one for those trying to get to six figures. If you're in those communities, I want you guys to get familiar with the guide section of those groups because that is where I put resources. If you go in the resource section right now, you'll see some things. I will be uploading a new resource tonight. So if you're not already in one of those private communities, put #community right in the comment section so we can make sure you get into the right community. It's completely free. And we will be dropping an affordable cheat sheet guide in there for you with tons of resources tonight. All right, so I'm giving you a pre-warning so you can be like, all right, let me get in this group. All right, but for all of you, let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to cover and we got a little bit of time. So what is automation, right? Because automation can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. But in the context of what we're going to be talking about tonight, automation is basically the use of any kind of technology to perform tasks that either you don't want to do or tasks that you do a lot that can be put into a system and be done kind of passively for you. Now, that doesn't mean that, you're going to set it and forget it, right? That's not what we're talking about. We don't want you to make something and then never go back and look at it. But what we do want you to do is establish systems within your business that can run without you or run with your team, that you can check into, you can get data from, and that will allow you to free up some time so that you can do other things, like do things that you actually enjoy. Okay. All right. We're going to get you into, I see you said #resources. We got you. We will get you into one of the Facebook groups right after this, I promise. All right, so why is this important? If you've been an entrepreneur for at least a week, you know that you have been wearing a bazillion hats, right? You have been the project manager, the CEO, the CFO, the janitor, right? Tech support, the whole lead gen team, right? And countless other positions, the accountant. And it gets overwhelming. And a lot of business owners really stress out and they have a lot of burnout because they are trying to wear all these hats. Now, I'm not going to say that all your hats are going to come off with automation, but they may become less that you have to pop them on, right? You may still have to put on your social media marketing hat from time to time, but you're not having to post every day and get up and do a reel and do all the things. You may have to put on your project management hat, but not every day as you go through different tasks, okay? You may have to put on your assistant hat from time to time, but what we're going to do is make it easier. We're going to make these hats a lot lighter, okay? So that's the goal. Save you time, increase your efficiency, and also save you some money. Sometimes we can put things into a system, into a software that allows you not have to pay a person. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep my coin. Hey, I see you. Hey, friend. So, okay, we can talk about that too. I see the messages. Look at y'all being active today. Okay, so let me find out. This is something y'all really like to talk about. So yes, I will. Y'all who are new, I am visually impaired. So I see comments. I promise I'm going to try to read them as we go. If I don't answer it, I'll reach out to you privately because your girl will be struggling to see. But all right, so that's why it's important, right? We want to reduce the manual workload that you have. We want to minimize errors. Like for me, I am a horrible speller. If you get an email from me, you probably will know if I actually wrote it because I suck at spelling. So having things automated like my emails and things where I can have a team member go in, proofread, and I can just go in and review is great for me because it minimizes my errors and makes sure that I look like the professional that I am. And again, it frees up your time. And it saves you a lot of money because you're not spending your time or others doing repetitive tasks, right? So let's identify how we figure out like what we need to automate. Because you might be saying, yeah, I want to automate things. But you're like, what actually should I be automating? Now, this is going to be different depending on who, what your business is, what your zone of genius is, if you have team members, things of that nature. But some things to think about, right? I want to give you some things to consider. Routine tasks. Right? Scheduling, invoicing, emailing, having people book appointments with you. All of these things can be set up to be more automated. Now, again, is there some human interaction? Is there some work on your part? Absolutely, especially in the beginning. Every time people are like, I want to automate this, but then we have to buy the new software or get the new app, and then we have to set it up. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit on the front side, but once it gets set up, it's going to make a world of difference in your business, right? Things like marketing automation, so social media. And I'm gonna mention some tools, but at the end, I'm gonna give you, like I said, I got a resource for you. So social media, things like using later.com. If you've ever done a strategy call with me, a brand audit, or been one of my clients, we love later.com. It's super affordable and it allows you or a team member to go in and schedule out all your posts. And I recommend scheduling out a month at a time because once it's done, you don't have to think about that stuff no more, right? So again, a little bit of work on the front end, but once it's done, you're done, which makes it nice. Email marketing, I'm always shouting from the rooftops, get response. GetResponse is pretty similar to MailChimp, and everybody knows about MailChimp, but MailChimp is not as affordable, and you get more things in GetResponse. If you already have MailChimp, keep it. It's fine. It'll do the trick, but GetResponse is a little bit more affordable, especially if you're going to truly build your list out. Lead generation, things like HubSpot. If you have it, keep it, but HubSpot isn't necessarily the most tech friendly if you're not into tech. But again, it'll help you. We're going to give you some other options as well. And if you're going to ask me which platform you should use, then you're new here. Let me explain. I give a variety of platforms. One, because you already may have purchased one, and we should use what we already have first, right? Optimize what we already paid for because we don't have extra money to be given away. But also, what platforms can you actually utilize for your business, right? Because some of them are more tech savvy than others. What can you actually work? And then what's going to be best for your business, right? You got to be able to afford it. And then when I say afford it for a year, because I can't tell you how many times people have purchased something, set it up, and then can't afford it no more. And all that time has been wasted. All the money you've invested has been wasted because we don't have access to it anymore. So can you afford it? Can you use it? And is it going to work for your business? That's why I always give you multiple options for every type of tool that we use, because some of you are going to be like, oh my God, I love MailChimp. Some of you are going to be like, I hate it. It's okay. It's not for everybody. So we're going to give you, like I said, multiple options, but these are just some things to think about. All right. What other things can we automate? Customer relationship management. That's your CRM. This is how you communicate and deal with your clients throughout a project. You can automate that. Your CRM can automate things like follow-ups, sales pipelines, client communication, sending out your invoices, your questionnaires, your brochures, contracts. All of those things can be automated. If you've ever hung out with me on like a nighttime, behind the scenes, you'll see me sending out proposals, and it's quick. You want to be able to send things out quickly to people, and that is going to help you if you automate your using a CRM. Data management, automating like data, being able to get reports easily, being able to grab analytics using software like Zapier or other, and a lot of your other softwares will have places where you can pull data. This is going to help you. All right. So if you're still thinking, should I use automation? Yes, yes, and yes, you should. But again, it is also about picking the right tool. So let's dive into the tools. Now, before I dive into the tools, if you are taking a whole bunch of notes, if you're in our private communities, you're going to get this. This is going to be uploaded to the guide section as soon as we are done. Now we already have an affordable resource list, and I think there's another list with some things. I updated this one today, where it is going to walk you through. And let me take this off so you can actually see the bottom of it. Oh, all right. It's going to walk you through. We got email marketing, social media automation. What else do we have? Project management. Just going through sales and lead generation, CRM tools. Guys, when I try to give you like everything, then there's others. There's scheduling, there's funnels, pipelines, landing pages. I tried to give you a nice variety. That'll be uploaded to the guide section, so you will be able to peruse. I tried to put why you should pick one over the other, what they offer. You will be able to look, and I do want you to compare before you buy anything, whether it's something I use or another person uses. Look and see what the pricing is. Look and see what they have, and then also look and see what you already have first, because I don't want you purchasing a whole bunch of new things if you already have some things that you probably aren't optimizing. But let's go through some tools, right? I want to give you at least some things to think about. So let's go back to email marketing for a second. All right. So I love email marketing. It is so great to be able to have an email list. I was talking to someone earlier today who talked about how her Facebook got like deleted. Not deleted, but like she got blocked out of it. And Facebook was like, you're not on guidelines. It was a whole story. But basically, for those of you who are really building up your social media, right? You may be getting leads from social media. You may have like private communities on social media. What happens if that social media platform disappears or you get locked out? What happens? Do you lose your whole business because of that? Well, I hope not. And one way to ensure that you can reach your clientele regardless is for you to own your own list. And if you're going to own your own list, you need to nurture them, because if they've never gotten an email from you and one day they do, it's like, why would they open it? Right? They don't know you anymore. So make sure that you are, really nurturing your email list, sending out emails. And the best way to do that is through automation, right? You can use things like MailChimp. Like I said, I'm not against it. It's just not as affordable as others. You got GetResponse, you got ActiveCampaign, you got ConvertKit, there's Flowdesk, Constant Contact. tons of emailing software. We actually email now through Kajabi. It's an all-in-one software. It's a little bit more pricey, but that's because we optimized it. We started back in the day. I think we did do MailChimp for a little bit. Then we did GetResponse for a long time. And then we moved to Kajabi as we needed to. And so, take that as understanding you will be able to move these lists if you need to. Start where you are. And then, oh, hey, from the Philippines, start where you are now and then build as you need to. Look at the plan, see what you need to have. And I'll tell you, if you're going to email, you need to at least be able to do broadcast emails, which means I'm making an email and I'm going to either send it out now or I'm sending it out on a specific date. You need to be able to put tags or categories on your contacts, meaning if I did a speaking event, I should be able to put a tag saying these people came from the speaking event, because later on you may only want to send your email or some emails to a specific audience. And then you also need to have autoresponders, or I'm trying to think of what other people have it. Autoresponders, campaigns, journeys, depends on what platform you are. But basically these emails are set up where there's a series of emails, and once somebody goes into that email campaign, depending on the date, the day that they get in, so day 0, day 5, day whatever, they will get a specific email. So it's not based on a date, it's based on how long they've been in the campaign. So you need to be able to do those 3 things in any emailing platform. If you can't do those 3 things, then you probably shouldn't invest in that emailing software. All right, social media automation, scheduling. Y'all know I love batching. If I can't batch it, I don't want to do it. So some great platforms to use to batch schedule your emails out. Buffer. Hootsuite is okay. I need to go back and check it again. Back in the day, Hootsuite and later.com used to be pretty neck and neck. But Hootsuite changed their policy and how their plans were set up. So it wasn't as great for people like us who are sending out tons of content, and it wasn't as affordable. But check it out, see if it works for you. It's pretty simple to use. Later.com. Also, if you already have Canva has a scheduling piece to theirs as well. So again, that's why I say make sure you optimize what you already are utilizing. Project management tools. I absolutely love Trello. It's free. I manage so many clients. And I still have the free version. And I tell people that all the time. They're like, what? Yes, there is a paid version, but I've never had to use it. None of my clients have ever had to upgrade to it. So Trello is really great. It's an amazing project management tool where we are able to manage all kind of different projects. We manage our social media, like making sure we can see it all at a glance. We have all of our graphics and hashtags. If we have links, we can put it there. If we are managing podcasts, events, the list goes on and on. It is a great, easy to use project management software. There's also Asana, there's ClickUp, and other platforms as well. Use what works for you. I actually saw today that Google Sheets now has a new, and I don't know how new it is, but I just found out about it. Google Sheets has a new thing where you can also do a lot of tasks. And if you're interested in that information, let me know. I have to go grab the link from TikTok because that's where I saw it at. But I did save it. I have to look more, but it has some really cool features where if you're having events, you can put like tasks that need to be done before the event, during the event, after the event. And some more cool, like already plugged in things that I think are going to be really useful to individuals like yourselves who are having virtual events, live events, or doing like webinars and things of that nature, just to kind of stay on track. And the cool thing about Google Sheets is you can add team members, and a lot of people are already familiar with that. So if you're not trying to learn something new, that might be a great one too. And I don't even think it's on the sheet. So I'll make sure that like I said, if you're interested in it, just say Google Sheets and I will make sure I get that out to you guys. All right, sales and lead gen. You got things like lead pages, ClickFunnels, HubSpot. Now, I will say that when we get into lead gen, there is a bit of strategy that needs to be known. I would not suggest you go out and purchase lead pages or ClickFunnels and just think that tomorrow you are going to make an amazing funnel. It isn't that easy, and I want to just put that out there. If you are going to create funnels, one, you need to understand funnels, or you need to have money to, well, you should know a little bit of something regardless, but also you need to have probably money to have somebody create a really good funnel, because there is a bit of science to it. So I do want to kind of put that out, but ClickFunnels is great. Lead Pages is great. I always put HubSpot there because it works. It does. I have clients who use it. I just personally do not do not like it. It's a little hard to navigate, and I'm not bad at tech. It frustrates me. But it may just be the interface. But either way, you want a way to be able to lead people to your offer or to your lead magnet, and convert them to paid clients and be able to track that data. And these are great tools. Again, I use Kajabi. You can make funnels there. You can also make funnels in a lot of emailing software. So again, optimize what you have. Get Response and ConvertKit, Flowdesk. I'm trying to think of MailChimp, but they all have places where you can make landing pages, and they have templates in there so you can create some simple funnels. Not as complex as definitely a ClickFunnels, but definitely some basic ones. So if you have like a lead magnet, you can do it there. All right. So let's talk about balancing automation, right, with your personalized customer experience. So it's a really important, no matter what you're doing. That's why I said it's not like put it in and then forget about it. It's really important that there is a bit of human touch to this process. One, you should be, even if you're using AI to help you, there should be a person, you or a team member on your staff, going through and looking at all the things you're putting in, testing all the things you're putting in, and then even as it's running, going back, reviewing and adjusting as needed. Please do not create a lead magnet or a funnel, make it, not test it, and then just hope it works. That is going to be a hot mess. And I'm just going to be real with you. I haven't created anything that I haven't had to go back and tweak, right? Whether it's just tweaking wording, links, whatever the case may be. So please, whatever you make on whatever platform, make sure that you are putting yourself in it, right? It needs your personality, your flavor, your vibe, right? So that you can ensure that your audience is going to get you. If you're just putting crappy words into ChatGPT or any other AI software and then creating something, you are not going to get the result you want, right? If you're just going into an emailing platform and sending out generic dry emails, it's not going to work. If you go and post crappy graphics or ugly reels, it's not going to work. So make sure that you are putting a bit of yourself into it and making it personable. Also, again, I'm giving you a lot of information on what you can automate, but look in your business and figure out what's going to be the best things for you to automate, especially right now. You may not be able to automate all your processes this moment, but think about like, what do you do every single day, right? That it would be nice if you didn't have to do that, right? Something, for instance, we automated was I would have my assistant send out emails to our podcast guests. And granted, we could not like put them necessarily in our emailing software and just send them out like, whatever, because we had to customize it. But what we could do is create a template. And then all my assistant had to do was go in and change the bullet, the bolded things, right? So that wasn't like a crazy big automation, but it saved a lot of time because she wasn't having to retype and rethink of what to send to our people. And I knew that every single guest got the same information and they would be adequately prepared for the podcast, right? And even our follow-up messages were done. Even things like our invoices and our contracts and proposals, like we have templates of those. And then when I have a client or a potential client, I can go in and customize real quick anything that needs to be customized and send out. So some things won't be fully automated, but they're still going to save you time if at least parts of it is set up. All right. Some things you may be able to not necessarily automate completely with the tech, but again, shorten how much time it takes is by creating SOPs, right? Everybody know SOPs, standard operating procedures, things you do all the time. Once you're handing it off to someone else, whether it's a VA, an assistant, a freelancer, whoever, even creating SOPs will save you guys time because you've already figured out the blueprint. They're just able to take that and go off and be great. So, get creative. I'm giving you enough information to be dangerous as always, but I want you guys to take it and really look into your business and say, how can I customize this so it works for me? All right. And then once you start this process, be open to feedback from your audience. If something isn't working for them or they need more information, or if something's not working, they're like, oh, I clicked this link, it didn't work. Okay, go and investigate it. Do not ignore the feedback because this is going to help you really get that automation crisp and make sure that everything's working. Look at the data, look at the numbers. We want to be data-driven entrepreneurs, not emotion-driven entrepreneurs. So if you're going to make the email campaign, go look. What's my open rate? What's my click rate? And adjust. These are the parts that we have to do. And yes, they're not the fun parts, they're not the creative parts, they're not the glamorous parts, but these are the things that are going to make our businesses sustainable and profitable. Okay. All right, so that's what we have for tonight. Again, if you are in one of the private communities, I will be uploading our amazing cheat sheet, and it just has tons of resources for you to check out based on the category of the automation that you're trying to do. If you are watching this on a platform that's not one of our private Facebook groups, or not in one of our, we have a private portal, I'll call it, for our clients. If you're not in one of those places and you want this, please do join. So make sure that you are able to get access to all of our amazing information. And again, if you go into the guide section, and matter of fact, let me go. I'm going to show you guys where it's at. Give me 1 second, because I want to make sure everybody gets where they need to go. People are like, where is that section? Hold on. I just got to switch views real quick so you guys can see it. And I'll make sure I share my screen. Give me 1 second. And if you're watching this on Instagram, put that you want to be in the group so that I can make sure that you get over there, because I can't ever show you guys stuff because of the way the tech is set up. But all right, so let's see here. We'll show you this community. Let me share my screen so you guys can see it. I want to make sure that everybody has the access. So this is one of our communities. It's the coaches, consultant, and speakers start and scale to 6 figures on a budget. This is one of our older communities. We got 1.5K. Let's go. All right, we've been growing this group steadily for a while. But anywho, if you go here, so you see there's discussion guides, features, members, events, media files. If you go to the guide section, and then you scroll on down, there's some cool stuff in here, right? We had a youth pitch contest some time back. You can check out the kids' videos. They were super cool. We have some Monday Night Live replays. It's not up to date. Sorry, y'all. I just be forgetting to put stuff there. But lots of our older Monday Night Lives are there. If you're a part of our client portal, you guys have them in a really cool way. So you ain't got to worry about that. If you're ever interested in seeing me actually coaching real people, we got some hot seat coaching sessions here for you that you can check out, real behind the scenes. These are like quick one and done coaching sessions. So these people they weren't with me for a long time. They got like 1 to 2 sessions. You can check those out. Past interviews, if you just want to see me in action, go for it. But if you scroll to the resource section, that's the part you care about, there are some things here. So you have a cash flow guide, pricing models, business plan cheat sheet, a craft method for creating your SOPs. I mentioned that today. How do you make SOPs? It's right here. Affordable resource list is here. Content planning cheat sheet, a 2023 reading recommendations list, 90 days of visibility, and some more is like 8 hours of training, free webinars, right? Affordable resources, all that stuff is here. So definitely utilize it. I will be adding the document that I showed you guys earlier to that so that you'll be having access to it. So please take advantage. We have a second group. I'm not sure if all of these resources are already in there, but there are definitely some. It's a newer group. But yeah, I add resources every so often. If there's a resource that you want from me that is not there, let me know. I don't mind making it. I'm trying to make sure that you guys you have what you need to succeed. Now, I will say that I do recommend that if you're saying I need more, you need more personalized things, that one, you book a free call with me, because we do have coaching programs where we go way more in depth. And then we even have one-on-one coaching where I actually do the things with you. So we would actually go in and create emails. We would go in and set up automation for different things. We would look at what you already have and make sure we are optimizing it. That is what happens in an implementation coaching session, right? So if that sounds like more of your needs, then definitely book a free call. The link is in the description of wherever you're watching. If you don't see it, say, Corey, I need the link. I will make sure you get it. But guys, that is it for tonight. I feel like we got through a lot in 30 minutes. Woo! But hopefully you guys feel that, it was 30 minutes well spent, because I definitely enjoyed it. Let me see here. Okay, so it says, how can you secure data privacy on automation? I just want to make sure I go back and look at the questions. So typically when you are using, and hopefully I'm answering the question you're asking, but typically when you're using specific software, they already have privacy things there so that you can protect any information. Because I'm very big on protecting your client's information. So for instance, your CRM where people are putting in their credit card information and doing like payments, you have contracts and things like that. It's your account is your account and it can't be shared. Even things like when you're emailing, if you try to upload a list that's the same as somebody else's list, it will flag that and not let you do it. So nobody else can upload the same list that you have. So that kind of protects you. If you buy a list and you get got, then that's going to jack you up later. But that's some ways that usually the softwares do protect not only your privacy, but the privacy of your clientele. So hopefully that answered that question. Let me see here. I'm looking on Instagram, make sure there were no questions. If you have a question, feel free to drop it in here. But I think I got all of them. And I see one person that needed to get into the group, and I'll make sure I do that right after. But yeah, so there are protections. And also, guys, when you are creating things, make sure you put like terms and conditions and privacy measures in place as best you can to protect your clients. That's something that's simple that I do even with you guys is like I show you a lot of behind the scenes, but there are certain things I don't show because it's privacy for my clientele. So just make sure that you are being careful with whatever you're purchasing. That's why it's good to vet the platforms you're using, because some people will be making platforms that they own and you don't know how protected their stuff is, and you don't want no problems. You don't want other people's information to get leaked or hacked and things of that nature. All right. Just want to make sure I got everybody. I think I did. All right, well, guys, that's it for tonight's Monday Night Live. Next week, what are we talking about next week? Because it's the first week in September. Let me glance real fast and see what we're talking about. Let me look at my Trello and see. All right, so September 2nd, we're going to be talking about effective delegation skills. So if you are trying to delegate, right, you finally got that team member, maybe you have several team members, and you're trying to delegate to them and you're really struggling because they're not performing the way you want them to perform, then please tune in next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be talking about that. That's on the 2nd. On the 9th, we'll be talking about fostering a culture of innovation. So we're going to be talking again about teams. On the 16th, we're talking about scaling your business sustainably because, again, we want you to be here for a long time, not a short time. On the 23rd, we're going to be talking about navigating new horizons, effective strategies for marketing expansion. That's going to be fun. And the last Monday in September, we're going to be talking about innovative product development. And you know what? I think I might bring in a guest for that. Y'all, I hope y'all did y'all like the tax professional that I brought in for the other live I did? I might have somebody for this one, innovative product development. Because I picked the topics, y'all, like in December of last year. So I'm always like looking to bring in some people and do different fun stuff. So I might bring in somebody for that. But all right, guys, that is it for tonight. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock, and we will talk to you guys soon.
In the world of service-based small businesses, success isn't just about what you offer. It's about how you showcase it. Welcome to iRock Marketable Business Solutions, your partner in marketing excellence. We understand that as a small business owner, you wear many hats, but marketing doesn't have to be one of them. At iRock, we offer a range of marketing services designed with your success in mind. Our team is your team, working seamlessly to bring your vision to life. Imagine having a partner who can turn your ideas into captivating visuals. Picture content that resonates with your audience and drives engagement. Think about a brand that reflects your uniqueness and leaves a lasting impression. With iRock, you don't just save money, you get more bang for your buck. Our services are budget friendly, so you can invest in growing your business. And we're all about consistency, no more false starts. Ready to take your marketing to the next level? Discover how we can make marketing easy, affordable, and consistent. Unlock the full potential of your marketing with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.